Okay, just quickly, can you hear me? Because this has been a really complex process, so please tell me if you can hear me or not. And can you see me? Am I live? We've got some comments here. Travels on Toast, hello Travels on Toast. Oh, hello everyone. Oh, it's on a bit of a delay. Hopefully you can hear me. Travels on Toast saying nice bedding, thank you very much. It was changed today. Ah, sweet. Okay, you can hear me. Well, welcome to my 3,000 subscriber special. I'm a little bit tipsy, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite late here, it's 10 PM here. What time is it where you guys are? Ah, you commented in Arabic and English, I like it. Now I know how to write. Okay, is that Arabic? Oh, hey, Dylan's here. Whoop whoop. Yeah, I'm still in Luang Prabang. I came back to Luang Prabang from my videos to edit and upload from my trip to Jiangquang, the most bombed place on earth. Really interesting place, loads of sad history. Yeah, some of the videos that I haven't uploaded yet are me going to really rural Hmong villages that were bombed so much. They were carpet bombed so much by the US that they still have all of the bomb casings, and they build their houses out of the bomb casings. They use it to grow onions in and all sorts of things like that. So really interesting village. I've done that video. I will edit that and get that one up soon. Anyway, how's Molly doing? Yeah, she's doing well. She's actually at the control center, just making sure everything's going well. She's gonna come and run and tell me if my hotspot stops working, because obviously I'm in Laos. The internet's infrastructure isn't that great. Anyway, cheers. I know it's probably quite early wherever you guys are, both in America, UK, and actually, where else are you guys from? Where are you from? It's 5 PM. Oh, Germany, nice. Sydney, wow, wow. Sydney and Germany, that's awesome. Nah, Molly's not drunk. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Beer Lao, but if there's any Beer Lao representatives that watch this, I'd be well for sponsor. Yeah, let's get a deal sorted with Beer Lao. Although, I'll tell you one thing, this is something that's mad. Hang on, let me just check the comments. Message retracted. Oh, I wonder what they said. Vientiane, oh, nice one. Still in Luang Prabang, yeah, I'll explain that again in a minute. But yeah, the weird thing about the beer here is that this is the official beer here. And obviously, there's half owned by the government, half owned by Carlsberg. But they have 4 factories, and depending on which factory that the bottle comes from, it alters the taste, because they have they clean their lines at different times and things like that, which is really weird. Imagine that, 4 different flavors. People say it's a myth, but I don't know, I don't like L1. L3 is my favorite. Line 1, 2, 3 and 4. 10 AM in the USA, nice. Saudi Arabia, 6 PM. Wow, shout out to Saudi Arabia. I never knew anyone from Saudi Arabia would be watching my videos. That's pretty cool. So what's that? Germany, Australia, Laos, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia. That's pretty cool. UK, say Australia. Wow, loads of people watch, loads of different countries watch the videos. That's awesome. I'm so happy that you decided to keep on with the channel. It's definitely one of the best around, consistently genuine and engaging content. That's awesome. Hi to North Wales as well. But yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, over the past few months, I was slowly quitting YouTube. YouTube's really hard. It takes up so much of your time, and at first I had loads of time spare, and I was living off my savings. But when your savings start to go down a bit, and when you realise that you do not want to go home and enter the rat race again, you just want to stay travelling. Yeah, it starts getting a little bit scary when you see your money going down. And I put so much energy and so much time into YouTube that I can't possibly get a job, so I can't make money another way. It's either full-time on YouTube or it doesn't work. You really have to put everything into it. And even the past sort of 2 weeks to a month, recently I haven't been putting enough into it. I haven't been uploading enough, but I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to stress myself out. Yeah, I do want to do an upload schedule. I don't know whether I should do 2 or 3 videos a day and which days I should do them. Comment below if you yeah, if you have any suggestions on what days you think I should do them, because I think a schedule would be better, because then more people would watch my videos in the first couple of hours, or the first hour, which is better for the YouTube algorithm. But anyway, let me just check the comments a minute. Yorkshire, nice. UK, sick. Laos, but stuck in Vietnam. How's Vietnam? Because yeah, my neighbour, he actually evacuated from Vietnam as all the borders were just announcing that they were shutting down, because he got locked in his hotel somewhere in Vietnam. I don't know which one it was, but he got locked in there with a whole bunch of tourists, and they were treating him not very nicely. So that's why he actually came to Laos. How are they treating you over there in Vietnam? I'm going back to the UK soon, Alex. No, I am not. Definitely not. My plan was to stay travelling for at least 5 years. My plan was to go to a country that pays a good wage and just work sort of farming, you know, sort of that kind of thing, agriculture, low skill work, bar, earn a wage in places like Europe, Australia, maybe Canada, places that pay a lot, save up for 6 months of the year, and then go to places that have weaker economies and just spend all my money there. Obviously, because of COVID, that hasn't been possible, so now I'm pushing this YouTube thing because it's my only way of making money and being able to travel. So yeah, I'm gonna go hard on this. There's 3,000 subscriber special, or this goal that I've hit, this 3,000 subscribers, is awesome. It wasn't even a goal actually. I didn't expect to hit 3,000 subscribers this soon. So yeah, now my goal is to hit 5,000 subscribers before I leave Laos. Australia, but moving to Laos. Nice one, Callum. When you move into Laos, that's awesome. I heard Vietnam is doing way worse. Yeah, I have no idea how Vietnam is doing at all. Yeah, like I say, if you're in Vietnam, let me know what the COVID situation is. I don't know about Cambodia, Vietnam. I know Thailand's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know anywhere, to be honest with you. I've been focusing on Laos and a little bit on the UK. Are you learning the Lao language? Is it easy? I've never tried to learn the Lao language, and this is actually quite frustrating. I wish I had. I've never sat down, had a lesson. I've never really. I watched a couple of YouTube videos, but I didn't really listen to them. It was way early on before I really learned any of the words, so it was way too much for me to learn. Lao is, I would say it's more simplified. There's less words, but because of that, I find it a lot harder. So, for example, it's very, very simple. Like, I would be working with someone on the farm, and we would have both our hands full, me and the person, we've had both our hands full, screw something in. Actually say the question mark, like bo, so it's like die bo, and if they say, oh, die bo, then that could mean, are you going to pick up the screwdriver and do what, should I do that, or are we going to do that right now, or, you know, it could mean so many different things. But so because there's so many less, it's so simplified. I don't want to say simplified, but because there's words, prep, things like that, I Lao. It's little. It's line.
What's it saying on there?
It's finished. Is it still live? Am I still live? Comment down below if I'm still live. Having a couple of little, having a little issue here. Please comment below if I am still live. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yes. Oh, sweet. Okay. I thought it finished. Anyway, let me just read. Let me catch up on the comments. Okay, where are we? Oh, hey Rachel, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Just back from school run. Adrian, oh, nice. Are you in? Are you learning Lao language? That was what I was answering. No, but I've been picking it up because you have to when you are the only foreigner in the country and not so many people speak the language. Oh, Dan vs Food is here. Beer Lao cans taste different to glass bottles. Must be different production locations. Big up, bro. Big up you too. And Dan vs Food is a subscriber in Lao. So if you're not subscribed to him or you haven't checked out his channel, go and have a little look on his channel. But obviously after the live stream. But Dan, yeah, I don't really like the cans, to be honest with you, because it tastes quite metally. I think it changes the taste of Beer Lao quite a lot. I think we're quite lucky in Lao actually, because we really only have one kind of proper Lao company, and it tastes pretty good, to be honest with you. Right, let me just read the comments a little bit. I keep forgetting that this is live and I'm just chatting to the camera. Oh, Callum, you fly out in 9 days. You fly to Laos in 9 days. How did you get that planned? Because I saw that another one of my subscribers on Instagram has flown to Vientiane with her family. So that's like I guess that's a tourist thing, but I didn't think they were allowing tourists into the country. So Callum Andrews, that's flying to Laos in 9 days. Please explain yourself. If you could travel any country, which one would it be? So the jewel, the creme de la creme for me is probably India. That would be the one that I would go to. I would purposely travel there for a year. I say that because I've been in Laos for well over a year, maybe like a year and a half. probably coming up to 2 years actually. Wow, yeah, coming up to 2 years. And I only meant to come to Laos for 2 weeks because I was travelling around Cambodia in a hammock, really roughing it with Molly, obviously, and a whole bunch of dirty hippies like Taylor, and yeah, we really enjoyed the experience, and I didn't want to separate from Taylor. We had a bit of a bromance going on, still got it going on. Love you, bro. And even though you're not watching this, I don't think. But yeah, I didn't want to separate from my mate in Cambodia because he was going to Thailand and I was going to Vietnam. So we ended up going to Don in Laos, which is a whole bunch of, well, it's an island, a really nice island in like a hippie paradise island in the south of Laos. Was going there for 2 weeks just to drink a whole bunch of beer and then and say goodbye to him. But then this whole COVID thing happened, we went down into lockdown. So I was only meant to be in Laos for 2 weeks. To be honest with you, I had hardly even knew about the country before I just looked up a country that was near Cambodia and yeah, came up with Laos. Anyway, let me read some of the comments. How is the Lao grandmother doing? I was supposed to go there yesterday. I haven't seen her in at least, well, maybe even like 5-6 weeks, maybe longer. I don't know. It's been a long time. I did give her a big chunk of money though, and she had a whole bunch of rice and noodles and stuff like that. She was really happy. So yeah, it's not like she's gone without. It's just I haven't seen her. It's been quite hard with COVID. And I wasn't very happy. I lost my confidence for a bit. I was hiding away. That's partly why I was going to quit YouTube as well. So I couldn't. I didn't have the confidence to go over there, across the Mekong, and go and see her because she doesn't really speak any Lao. She speaks broken Lao. She's Khmer. She's of the ethnicity Khmer. So she speaks Khmer, and I have no idea how to speak Khmer. It's a completely different language to Lao. So yeah, I cannot really speak to her. I can't really bond with her through words or anything. I'm sure she loves me because I think she said that someone translated that, and yeah, she's got a nice warm heart. Yeah, when I hug her, yeah, I can. She's got good energy towards me, but yeah, we haven't been able to bond. I thought it'd be cool if I could go over there and eat with her and cook with her and stuff, but no, it's too hard. She doesn't really. It's too hard without the language. She's really old, and it's better just to leave her just to do what she wants to do. Because to be honest with you, she's really old, and in Laos you don't really have the luxury of being able just to sit on your butt and watch whatever you want, play whatever games you want. You was literally foraging for like literally just leaves and greens like nettles and things like this, really bitter foods that will sustain your body but are not enjoyable to eat at all. But it was the only thing that she could get to because she was so slow. She can't set up traps or anything because her hands don't really work properly. So yeah, she was I'm to her. The problem is my bike is really bad, quite unsafe to take rice on the 50 kg bag. I have to fall in, it could hurt. And it's $15 to rent a tuk-tuk to go over to see my Lao grandma, and I just can't warrant spending that much money on it for one bag of rice. I'm going to try and carry it over on my motorbike, but I might fall off. Let me just check the comments again. Rachel, how's the mozzies there right now? Absolutely terrible. The mosquitoes are eating us alive. To be honest with you, tonight luckily it's because I'm not using the mosquito net. Luckily it's all right. Molly's got the fan on though, so the fan keeps the air moving, and it makes it harder for the mosquitoes to get to us. But I don't know why there's no mosquitoes around me right now. That's just some good luck. English education never gave us the key to absorb another language. Adrian, completely agree with you there, 100%. I think a lot of English teachers, a lot of language teachers in the UK, especially in the lower years in secondary school, if someone's not engaged, they don't really learn. I don't think the teacher really cares, because they know that in their heart that the rest of the world speaks English, and so does the student. That's what I thought. That's why I didn't learn another language, and that was the wrong way to look at it. Sorry for pointing at you. Delan, Molly, she loves Molly. Yep, Molly will be seeing that. She is watching. She's just in the control centre. I'm sorry for looking down at my phone. I'm just reading. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that must have been when I was asking if I was still here. Wi-Fi seems good. Cool. What are you missing the most in Laos? Oh man, Phalang food. That's what I miss the most in Laos. I miss cheese. I miss olives. I miss proper bread. I miss all of the really bad snacks that you get in the supermarket. All the processed foods that I realised that in the UK and in the West we've become accustomed to eat, and it's ridiculously crazy how many processed foods we eat, because you go to the market here and it's the only place that you can really go to. It's just vegetables and animals, and you got to make your food from that. And it's not like, you know, like cheesecake, custard, crumpets, salted butter, you know, all these sun-dried tomatoes, focaccia bread, you know, pizzas, lasagna, all these kinds of things, all the sweets, everything, chocolate. You don't get chocolate here. Like, we treat ourselves every now and then, and we'll buy a packet of Kit Kats, but we have to keep them in the fridge, and I'm always a bit suspicious that people are eating them, so we don't buy them that often, because it's a communal fridge. Right, what part of the UK are you from? So Steve, what part of the UK are you from? I'm not asking you that, Steve, although actually you can answer that if you want. But I was born in Scotland, moved out of Scotland when I was 3, moved to Reading, moved from Reading when I was 7 to Cornwall, moved from Cornwall when I was 18 to Portsmouth and Brighton. So I've lived all over the UK, literally from the very top, or pretty much the very top, to the very bottom of the UK, and in between. So that's why I haven't got much of an accent. It's more southern though, I would say. Molly, hello from the control station. Hello, Molly. How easy to deal with government official in Laos? Oh, how easy is it? How easy is it to deal with the government officials in Laos? I don't know how to answer that one, because I don't really have that many officials. The most interaction I've had with my village chiefs. So in Laos structure, where at the base city are entered like the companies and the charity and stuff. Sometimes I get permission from, I have to plan things with them. So I've been friends with quite a few, which is pretty cool. Yeah, white dude, YouTube fans, which, yeah, that's pretty funny. I find that quite random anyway. Yeah, especially because half of them don't speak any English. Molly's just taken the comments off of me to sort out a glitch. I'm just gonna drink some beer. Sponsored by Beer Lao. Right. So yeah, dealing with government officials. Yeah, it's a bit. I got pulled over by the police because I wasn't wearing a helmet, because I went out to go get some bamboo with the family here. Went to go harvest some bamboo in the jungle, and that's really sweaty work. I was really sweaty on my head, and I just wanted 5 minutes of going slowly on the motorbike just to sort of dry my face and cool myself down. So I strapped my helmet to the back of my motorbike, which is it's so ridiculous. Because I got pulled over by the police, I got fined, and they were pointing at the helmet, and they were like, they didn't see the funny side of it. They were like, "You're an idiot." Like, they weren't happy with that. So yeah, dealing with officials in Laos is basically you treat them like you're speaking to your granddad, like a lot of respect. Yeah, like you're speaking to your granddad that fought in the war. You treat them with a lot of respect, very old school. You don't give them too much eye contact. You don't talk to them too much. You know, you say what you need to say, and yeah, you don't waste their time. You don't really want to interact with them as much as possible, because you're just wasting their time. As for me, as a tourist, anyway. Lance, Sabaidi. Adrian says, if you've never been to India, go. Yeah, I really want to, but the COVID situation in India is, yeah, it's not great. I'm sure quite a lot of you are aware it's really, really bad. The travel situation is nuts. Maybe I was kind of crazy for setting up a YouTube travel channel whilst all travel was banned globally. It's starting to open up a little bit now. And I'm surprised none of you have asked me what I'm actually doing with my future on the channel, where I'm going next. I'm surprised you haven't asked me how long I'm staying in Laos. All these are big updates. In fact, I've got quite a few things. I've been wasting some time actually. I've got quite a lot of updates. Right, anyway, let me read. When you travel to Laos, any government restricted? Did you hear the world news? Hmong insurgents, anti-communists, USA forgotten allies, genocide and massacre. No one talks about these, nor care. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because I didn't expect that comment from you, history adventurer Vang. So when you travel, let me read that again, because that was quite a deep. When you travel to Laos, any government restricted? To be honest with you, I don't think, because I don't think the government controls the internet that much, or I see pros and cons, both anti and pro communist stuff, all over the internet, all over everywhere. I don't think it's very controlled. It's nothing like China or anything like that. One reason might be because Laos is quite a poor country. There's just not the infrastructure to control the people like that, and the Lao people are, they're really decent people. They're really sabai, as long as they're able to make their money, eat and live, and drink beer and laugh, then I think they're all right. They don't really care about the government so much, or that's how I see it anyway, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't really know so much about politics here. I know more than the current climate. The current not exactly what it would be. It's a lot freer here than I thought it would. Sometimes all the junk food here apart from crumpets. No, we don't. No, we don't. The cheese is not cheese. The bread is not good. The olives, very small selection, and stuff. Any of the get a Cornish pasty. I don't know, Mario, if you know about Cornish pasties. Very, very important, but you cannot get anything pasty in Laos, which hurts a lot. Right. Even though that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if the subtitles, the captions. Let me know if when you click the captions, if it comes up in English. My mum says cheese and crackers. Yeah, I miss that a lot. And by the way, hey mum. Dan versus food, clotted cream. Clotted cream is a big one that I miss. Huge one. For those of you that don't know, that's a Cornish reference or a southwestern UK reference. It's a reference to a particular cuisine that we have, which is a scone or a scone with jam and clotted cream, which is a particular type of cream that you can only get in the UK unless it's exported, and it's delicious. And you have it with your tea. It's yeah, it's really famous. It's really important to us. It's part of our food culture. Anyway, my mum says, Craig, my question is, how do you cope in those wet markets? I know you are reporting honestly, but how do you do it? And thank you for saving the birds. Also, where and how is Molly? So my mum is a vegan. She's asking me how I can go around in the wet markets. Let me just check if I'm still. Yeah. So my mum is asking me how I can go around the wet markets with all the animals, all the live animals, because it is really cruel, the way that animals are treated here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's the one thing that I do not like about the culture here in Southeast Asia, or in Asia in general, to be honest with you. It's not just the Lao thing, but yeah, here in Laos, the people see animals as just a commodity or a resource and nothing else. They don't really see that they can suffer or anything like that. So when you're walking around the markets, some of the animals are in quite bad conditions, and yeah, it is upsetting, to be honest with you. It's really upsetting, but there's not much that you can do with it. So there's animals that I've wanted to buy, and for a long time I didn't buy the animals from the market, because I thought, well, if I'm buying them, then I'm paying for that animal, I'm paying for that person to go out and get more of those animals. It's not something that I agree with. But recently I've been going to markets, and if an animal looks healthy, and if it's cheap enough, I know that's horrible to say, but I'm on a limited budget, if it looks like it's able to survive, then recently, a couple of times, I have been buying those animals and releasing them. And if you guys are really into animals, you can send me $5 on PayPal, $10 if you want to be really generous, and just put a note and say this is for the animals at the market, and I can next time I'm at a market, I can buy some of the healthy animals, and I can go take them to the jungle or the river or wherever they need to go and release them. I won't do it with farmed animals though, because the farmed animals quite often carry disease, and I don't want to just put a diseased animal into the population. Anyway, let me see. How is the connection, by the way? How's the Wi-Fi? I've got quite a few comments here that I need to catch up on. Someone says, Outdoor Girls says poor Wi-Fi. I hope it's better now. Yeah. Sorry, just joined, not sure if you answered, but looking to travel Southeast Asia early next year for the first time. Is there any news of places picking up, etc.? Thanks in advance. So that's from Connor C. Yes. Sorry, I'm a bit late with answering. Yes, I do know some news. So I just recently read that Cambodia is actually planning on opening up to tourists, to vaccinated tourists in November, this November of this year. So what are we on now? September. So it's in a couple of months, and Cambodia are planning on opening up. So if they don't open up in a couple of months, it's probably highly likely that they'll open up by January or February next year. And Cambodia is an awesome country to travel, so I'd highly recommend that. What did I read about it? It was, I think they're 65% double vaccinated, and the capital Phnom Penh is 95% vaccinated, double vaccinated, and they're looking to hit 75% before they open the country to tourists. So that's why they think it'll take about 2 months. So Cambodia is opening. Bali was planning on opening. It should have opened, but they've had another wave, and that's not going to happen. I think Laos will probably open maybe March next year. I think somewhere around that. Maybe March, June, maybe July, as late as July, but I don't think any later than that. So I think Laos will open then. Thailand have their sandbox. So if you don't know about Thailand, you can travel to Phuket, which is an island in Thailand, and you can go there and quarantine, and you can spend as much time as you want there, up until about 3 months at the minute on a special tourist visa, but I don't know how you get that, so you'll have to look into that. But yeah, I hope I answered your question a little bit there, Connor. Right. Han, hi. I think he's cut me off. For different types of Western bread, try Zurich bread in Luang Prabang. Okay, I will. I've never heard of that, Steve, but I will try that out. Adrian, government Lao interaction great. My passport has 1 page left, so they gave me an A4 piece of paper and stamped the visa extension on that for months. Very helpful. That is really funny, Adrian. So yeah, if you're traveling right now, for those of you that don't understand that, if you're traveling right now in Laos, or if you're stuck in Laos, the visa is stamped every month. You get a new tourist visa, and so that can fill up your passport really quite quickly. And so Adrian didn't have much. One of my subs here, he didn't have much space in his passport, so here in Laos they just gave him an A4 piece of paper and stamped his visa on that, which I just find really funny. So unofficial, but so Laos. Okay, Callum Andrews, how long will you be in Laos for? So this is the question that I've been waiting for. I think I'll be in Laos for probably around probably 2 more months, and I will be heading to Morocco. So I'm going to be going to Morocco to backpack there, probably take a tent, so it'll be kind of roughing it. I'll be going there and travelling there with spoons. I will not be travelling with Molly. Molly's going to go to the UK, and she's going to go spend some time with family and just chill out for a few months. She's going to get the vaccine over there, because she hasn't got the vaccine. And yeah, I'm going to travel Morocco. I'm going to budget travel Morocco with my mate Spoons and maybe some other people. I don't know. If anyone wants to come and join, you're welcome to join. That'll be for 3 months. And then after that, I'll be meeting Molly and a couple of mates in Spain with a van. And we're going to be travelling around Spain and Portugal for 3 months in a van. And then we're going to go back to Morocco. Hopefully we can take the van to Morocco. At the minute you can't, but maybe after, you know, it'll be 8 months time by then. Hopefully then you can. and then we'll be traveling Morocco again in a van, which will be a different dynamic, and it'll be with a couple of people with a couple of vans. It'll be really cool. We'll be convoying it around, sleeping in the Sahara Desert and stuff like that. And yeah, so I'm going to be leaving Southeast Asia. There's not much I can do to be to travel another country in Southeast Asia whilst doing this YouTube before I left, but it doesn't really look possible. I know Cambodia's opening up now, but I've already started making my plans and everything like that. But Morocco is an amazing country. It's in a lot of ways it's quite similar to Laos because the people are really interesting. They're really nice people. The language is really different. It's Arabic. I'll try and learn a little bit of Arabic. It's a completely different culture to my own. It's really nuts. The markets are crazy, and the cities are really awesome. It's just like I think they'll make really good content. I think I'll get meet some really cool people there in Morocco. So I'll be spending about 6 months in Morocco, but it'll be broken up with a trip in the van in Spain and Portugal. So if anyone wants to join, you're welcome to join. I'll be staying in Laos for 2 months, and then I'll be going to Morocco. But I've picked up way too much of the Lao language to forget about Lao. This is where everything started for me. This is where YouTube started, and I will be coming to Laos as soon as they'll let me back in. But they won't be letting me back in for a little while yet. Anyway, how long will you be in Laos? Just answered that. COVID in Vietnam is currently quite bad. Lack of vaccination. Yeah, quite a lot of the country of Southeast Asia are not doing. I bet you'll be well interested in that area around Morocco. Have you travelled to Laos? Have I travelled to Laos? I'm in Laos. What do you mean by that, Bevan? I'm in Laos. I've been in Laos for nearly 2 years. What do you mean by that? Have you travelled to Laos? Yeah, I'm in Laos. I don't understand the question. Sorry, bro. When can we visit Laos? Honestly, I have no idea. Opinion on beer Lao. My opinion on beer Lao is that it is delicious. Seb Lai. Or in Thailand, how do they say delicious in Thailand? Alroy, or something like that. Alroy Mac Mac. Wish I could post a Cornish pasty. I really wish you could post a Cornish pasty, please do. Although actually don't, because it'll go mouldy. But in fact, we got sent a care package and it never turned up. So Travels on Toast said we have Aussie pasties. What do you mean? Where? In Laos, in Vientiane. You have Aussie pasties in Vientiane. Please tell me that is the case. And yeah, Travel on Toast. I'm planning on coming to Vientiane soon. So yeah, we've got to do a collaboration video. What's quite funny, you that know, I did 100. There's not been a new comment for a while. Am I still live? 200 subscribers. Met up to speak with them about the collaboration. Now I know them. Really, I gave him the camera to record, and he pressed record. He pressed off when he was pressed on, so he never recorded bits, which is so silly. So yeah, couldn't upload a video for that one. I'm just got Molly checking whether I'm still live, because I'm not sure spot where. it's working. Just getting it sorted. I haven't got a router, I haven't got a Wi-Fi router or anything like that. I'm just using my iPhone as a hotspot. Are we on?
Yeah.
We back? Oh wow, there's way more comments. Sorry, none of these comments loaded because it went offline. Okay, so hopefully I'm back online. 90% good is better than nothing. Yeah, Travels on Toast says, but the more animals that you buy and release, the more they will to release. I think what he means there is that the more you buy, the more that you're perpetuating the trade of animals, live animals. Rachel, tell us what we need to do with comments and likes to get your revenue up. Okay, so basically anyone that watches any of my videos, if you're a fan of my if you're a fan of my channel and you want my channel to grow, make sure you're always liking my videos, and make sure that the first time that you click and watch the video, you watch the whole thing, because YouTube only counts it when you watch it the first time. They'll count what percentage of the video you watched before you came off of it. So yeah, if you only click on it and you only watch like a minute of it, and then you're like, oh, actually the video's a bit long, I've got work or something, I'll watch it later, that actually really negatively affects the growth of the video. So make sure you watch the whole video the whole way through, and comment. The more comments I have on my videos, the better it is. So I asked in a few videos previously that for my proper fans, that if you're a real fan, real OG, then comment 3 comments for me. Even if you just comment what you wanted to comment and then you do 2 emoji comments, it just brings up, it cheats the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, I'm in a very unknown country, so I need as much help as I can get. And if any of you that are watching, if any of you want to help with the like sponsoring the channel, I've got PayPal. That's in my, I think that's in my about section, or it's in the descriptions of my videos. And I've got Patreon, and on Patreon you basically sign up, you can pay as little as like a couple of quid per month, and I put loads of updates on there. I put exclusive videos and content on there. I'll talk to my patrons and ask for advice on videos and things like that. I've actually got some big top secret things going on Patreon, some big projects, or at least for me it's a big project. I think I might announce that in a minute, I'm not sure, I'll think about that. Anyway, let me read the comments. I love how you visit abandoned places, battlefields, history of base of royalist government back in the past, and protect Lao communists, caves. I think you should visit Long Tien and Phu Pa Thi, or Thai. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, I know pronounced that wrong, but I know where you're talking about, and I really want to go and visit these places. I believe that is the Lima sites, right? So like Lima site 85 and but top secret places, but they're really far away from where I am now, and I have a really bad motorbike, and I'm just really, the roads here, I don't know whether to call it like third world, probably developing world or developing country. This is yeah, the roads are really bad in some of the places, and in northern Laos the roads are really mountainous, or the land is really mountainous, like crazy mountainous, and so the roads are absolutely nuts. So to get to some of these places that I want to get to, it takes days and days and days of just motorbike travel on some of the most dangerous, or the most dangerous roads I've ever been on. Some of the most dangerous roads in the world, probably. Where am I staying now? I'm in Luang Prabang. Ah, Jack Grace. Boop, boop. When you're doing a survival mission in the jungle. We've had a really bad storm here, so I'm waiting for this storm to pass, and then I'm gonna go and do a survival mission in the jungle. Go and do 24 hours. I think I'll just take a hammock and a knife, no water, no food, and yeah, probably take a lighter to make it easier for the fire, because that's going to be really important if I've not got any clean water or any food. Yeah, I'll take a lighter, a knife and a hammock, and I'm just going to go into the jungle, and I'm just going to survive in the jungle for 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, eat my own food out of the jungle, provide myself with water from only the jungle, take no water in myself. Travels on Toast, yeah, can you tell us how we can support you? Like I say, I make, let me just check, let me see how much money I made in the past 28 days from YouTube. It's really not a lot. It's really not a lot. Let's check it out. I've made $87.76 in the last 28 days from YouTube. So that is hundreds of hours of traveling to these places to go and make these content, of filming, of editing, of doing all the the thumbnail and everything like that. It takes a long time. Yeah, hundreds of hours, and I've only made $87. So yeah, if you do want to support the channel, then the best thing I would say is become a Patreon, because you're getting something out of it. I do post a lot of updates, and recently, you know, I've started posting a lot more exclusive content, and I'm going to continue with that. So if you want to sort of be in the VIP club of True Budget Traveling, become a Patreon. You can become a Patreon or patron for as little as like I think it's like £2 or something like that. So you can pay like £2 anywhere up to like £10 or something like that. Anything that you want. You decide how much you spend per month, and you just get access to all of the exclusive content. And in fact, another way that I'm going to make money is about it is like much like, but I'm going to be True Budget Traveling shirt. It's collaborating with loads of you know, really cool designs,